So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. Say mighty Joshua, chant down the walls of Babylon. Say mighty Joshua, chant down the walls of Babylon. One piece of silver, two pieces of gold. Story so old like it's never been told. Mighty Joshua, chant down the walls of Babylon. Say mighty Joshua trod down to the Jordan River. Say you move with 12 elders. Say mighty Joshua trod with the Ark of the Covenant, with the blessings of Moses. So the mighty, mighty Joshua, say you're holy, holy Yeshua. Say the mighty, mighty Joshua, say the holy, holy Yeshua. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty Joshua, chant down the walls of Babylon. Say mighty mighty Joshua chant down the walls of Babylon. Reuben, tribe, Gad, and Manasseh move so swift the wicked never see ya. Evidence of miracle, symbol of power. 12 stones placed for all to remember. Jericho surrounded by 30,000 soldiers. Circle 6 times singing songs of Jehovah. On the Sabbath is time that we remove ya. Blow your horn, burn down Babylon Tower. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So the mighty, 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 mighty. So mighty Joshua chant down the walls of Babylon. Mighty Joshua chant down the walls of Babylon. Say mighty Joshua chant down the walls of Babylon. Say mighty Joshua chant down the walls of Babylon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to bring to the stage, you know him, he don't need introductions. Jay Trees. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
Feel the fire of your love. Some ask me, what do you see when you look inside the mirror? I say, same thing when I look at you. I said, you have become a mirror image of me. But hey, I made them images too. And then I wonder, why can't I be what I always see what's inside of me? Daydreaming all day long. And then I wonder, why can't we be what we all want to be free? What makes me weak, not strong? I come along. Imagine, oh yeah, imagine, oh yeah, imagine, oh yeah, imagine you dream for real. Like to talk about a good vibration. I talk about using imagination. Oh yeah. Some tell you life is what you make it. Now who say we won't make it? Not time. Oh yeah. And then you hear them lectures from the rich man. Tell me who is the money rich man? Some politician man. I strive to make it every day in spiritual layer. No, not just a night in some dream. Oh no, the verbal and emotional gifts, yes, that makes you rich. Not just the kind that are green. Come along. Imagine, oh yeah, imagine. You should imagine now. Yes, you should imagine you drink for real, yeah. I need to talk about a dream of faith, a dream of hope, a dream of my good love, my job walking with us again within. Now one man's dream, another man's reality, don't mean our life are not for real. And some think that our life are only in the dream, but not what the soul has to feel. I come along, y'all. Yes, I say I come along. Yes, I say can come along. Come along, come on. Yeah, yeah, imagine. Yeah, imagine. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, imagine. Your dreams for real.
So how you feel? How you feel? We're here again on a Friday night, getting it right, live from Circle City Recording here in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Getting the sound right, y'all. That, of course, is Roster Fiki, my boys. That's always my intro song. I'm hearing a little echo, and y'all let me know how it sounds as we get this sound right now. I'm gonna kick it. You know, I reached out to my friends Roster Fiki. I said, hey guys, any way I can get a copy of that first album you guys ever did called Eco Geo? So they hooked me up with it, and I think I got a copy of it right here, and I'm gonna let y'all catch a little bit of this Eco Geo from some of y'all weren't even born. This is from 1992, and yeah, let's just play the opening cut off the Ross Rafiki 1992, the flagship album. They call this Today.
What you're about to hear is not a test. And unfortunately, I can't tell you where the tune or why we wrote this tune. You see, we're also victims of this century's rage. A book of history, now comes the new page. It's the TV age. It's a time when you're living in a box. And the things of the past, they start to fade. Look at the new toys that we made. It's teaching the shallow-minded fools that life can be 20-inch cool. But what? Does it teach about religion? Did it tell you about the war? Does it teach old traditions? Is it crazy politicians? When I was just a little witty boy, my favorite toy was a TV. It was best friend to me. I always loved to hear about what they had to say. And if I didn't like it, I turned away. Cause if the TV talked what I didn't want to hear, I'd rattle the remote while I'm sitting on my rear. Forget about the world, no need to go. I got good fortune and in stereo. But what about the things the TV don't show? I wanna know. Does it teach about religion? Did it tell you about the war? Does it teach old traditions? Or is it crazy politicians? The TV age. Yeah, ABC, NBC, CBS, everything, ESPN, again and again and again. I don't want no friends, I don't want no guests. I love my TV best. Oh man, I'm gaining weight. I can't find me a date. Sitting around watching TV commercials. Time to fill up my plate. But I already ate. Man, I'm getting kinda hazy, kinda lazy, couch potato lazy. Now, the president's on. Hey, Brad, tell me what's going on. Can you teach him some religion? Why don't you tell me about the war? I'm tired of old tradition. You're crazy politician. The TV age.
That's our boys, Ross Rafiki off their debut album, Eco Geo. So, hey, my man, happy Friday.
You too, man.
Hey, we up in here, right?
You know it.
I'd like to help thank you to the whole crew of people who helped us get set up tonight. The key grip, the best boy, the second producer, the first director, all those people who
They did a great job.
didn't they? You know, I enjoyed it. Such a great team as I look out amongst the masses of people out there who helped make this show happen, man. So all right, so what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm recovering all day.
I hear. Why is that?
Hit the tap for a while last night. Did sound for Waking Up Mo. turned out pretty good. Had a lot of people there having fun, man.
That's right. And for the folks who are listening all around the world, checking in and sharing the stream, we checking the sound here in our local Pittsburgh, North Carolina, live from Circle City recording. Got my man John Della for us. You already know what time it is with Taj. And so, we like to bring a hyper-local aspect of what's happening in our town, all the positive, all the music, the art, and the vibe, so that wherever you are around the world, you're getting a taste of our hyper-local music and the little season that we have here. So, yeah, go ahead, continue. You was at the Tap last night.
Yeah, and the Mod, they did on their new spot, the Next Door, or whatever they're calling that. So
I think they should call it the Garage, man.
The Garage was a cool name, but hey.
So, wait, I'm going to do this. So, if you don't have to be local, but we're going to take a poll right now. For those who definitely live here and who've been there, let's name the new spot. All right, John is officially on the Mod Squad. We covered that last show. In case y'all missed that, John's on the Mod Squad. So yeah, I think we need to let the people name the new spot. I'm voting for the Garage. John, what you voting for, man?
Well, I like the Garage because it has a big garage door that opens up, and everybody walking by can see right through, right by the sidewalk. I mean, that has a good feel for it.
Yeah, man. And so, what did they have their grand opening last night?
I think it was I think they opened for a couple hours on Wednesday, and then last night they had a Halloween party that I guess everybody went there and did it up right, because I've been hearing stories all day.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So what you're saying is this was the first time that they've opened up that event space and had an event.
Yeah, They had a DJ there, man. It was going good. I got there when we left the Tap. It might have been 12:30. There was still a lot of people there having fun. It looked like they'd been there for a while.
Yeah, being a media guy, I stopped by to do some media coverage myself, and so yeah, it was like that. From what I saw, of course, I got home at a reasonable hour because
You're responsible, yeah.
Thank you.
I got home a little bit unreasonable hour. Had to get dropped off at the studio. I slept on the tiny couch last night.
Number one, there's nothing wrong with sleeping on the tiny couch. And number two, I think at a certain point, at 3, 4 in the morning, you're just early. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes past being late. Late's like between 11:30 and 1:45, 2:30. After that, you're just early for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you were just early to get on the little couch and start your day.
Well, then I woke up early too, so that didn't quite help.
That's right. Oh, and there's a local spot that you hit for breakfast. And thank you for calling me and asked me if I want to go to breakfast tomorrow. I had a meeting this morning, but I will take you up on that breakfast tomorrow morning. Now, because I like that spot. What's the spot you went to for breakfast?
Yeah, small B&B, and they had some grits with some greens on top of it and a couple fried eggs.
Grits, greens, and fried egg. That's what's good for you when you get home.
And they do that thick bacon that they do there on the side. It was good, man. It lasted all day until it didn't.
Yep. And so I'm when I moved and experienced people from like certain areas of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York, and they would talk about their grits experience. They would put sugar and butter and some sort of cream. To me, being originally from North Carolina, a grit is a savory item that requires some salt, pepper, butter.
That's how I like it. Salt, pepper, and butter.
You don't put sugar on that. And I want to be known that hey, you open eat your food how you want to when you tune into this show. But I'm just saying, as I was known to know how a grit should be eaten, that's the way it should be on the savory side. So yeah, that Small Street, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they do nice, and getting that fried egg on top of their little greens that they do
on
any combos.
Preston was up there cooking too, so I got to say hi to him.
Yeah,
it was a good experience.
So yeah,
good spot.
It's always nice having spots like that, and tonight when we were getting ready for the show, this makes his job very tough because I said, well, I'm gonna go by the Roadhouse and check out, I say, hey, let me get their specials and who's playing there. And just so happened I got there at the right time. They were doing lineup. You know what lineup is in the restaurant industry?
No.
It don't sound positive. In the restaurant industry, lineup is good. Because at lineup in the restaurant industry, the chef brings out any new dishes or specials that's going to be on there. And so they were having a lineup. There was like 6 dishes on the special. You know, the good thing about the Roadhouse is they don't just run the specials just one time. Like, hey, we're gonna kick these specials straight through the weekend and let you guys enjoy them. And man, I was there for the specials in the lineup. And so Greg was like, hey man, you can taste this. I said, I'm only gonna taste this because I have my media pass. I said, I'm tasting this for the media aspect, so that when I report on this later on. But yeah, man, they're rocking it, man. Tell them
For the people, right?
Yeah, man.
So I got a list of their entrees. Did you try the meatloaf and smoked Gouda sandwich?
I did not, because the restaurant workers ascended upon that thing to where it was gone quickly. I looked at it and it looked great, but yeah, those kids, because I let the kids taste it first, and when you're an old guy like me, it's nothing but elbow room when those kids get in there.
And then the deep fried Gouda burger. I'd have to see that.
I saw it. I think I
Like a Monte Cristo looking.
It's kind of like a Monte Cristo, except if I remember correctly, there is no bun. The bun is the batter and the deep fry.
It says it's a portobello, sriracha, slaw, blue cheese, aioli, and French fries and slaw. That's all it says.
Yeah. Well, again, the kids send it upon. I stayed on the periphery. I now realize when I've been watching those like nature shows, and you're like, okay, the strong ones that survive, they get right in there. The old ones, they hang out in the periphery and they wait. They had all them young kids in there who wait tables. I said, well, I'm just going to hang out and wait, sticking my fork in like that. So I didn't get that.
Like an old lion, you let them go in, do all the work, and then they get full, and you just go in there and sit down and take your time.
Yeah, we just walk on down there. Anyway, go ahead.
And they got a Roadhouse chicken parmesan.
I tasted that, dude.
That was good?
That was good, man.
How about the curry vegetable rice bowl?
That was good.
Good, yeah. How's their curry?
The curry was right on.
Yeah,
you know, I can always take a little bit more oomph, but whenever you're cooking for the people, you know, it's like you can always add a little more. If you put too much salt, you can't ever take it back. But so they bring just enough curry so that someone walking in can approach the dish and it be palatable. But I'm like, you can bring the curry. I ain't scary. You know what I'm saying?
They got a couple bands this weekend too. Tonight is Daddy's All Right.
Yeah.
You talked to them out there, didn't you?
I did. I talked to the lead singer dude. I'm gonna say the name was Lorenzo.
Okay.
Perhaps Anton. But he said, hey, if you want to describe the band, it's like some rock, funk, dance. I said, people can come and shake their behind and dance and get their Friday on. He said, yeah, tell them to come on out. So what time is it right now, man? 7 o'clock. That's why we do the show early. So now, if y'all live within a 60-mile radius, you want to go have a little dinner, you can go catch a nice band that's going to make you dance and feel good from the inside, outside music, kicking you that funk, rock and roll, make you dance, good music, and you can get some food. Sounds like a win-win. I think it's a $5 cover, but, you know, you make sure your musicians get paid all the time. Should be a $10 cover, what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got that.
And then tomorrow they got a band, Abandoned Ship, and they do rock covers. I think it's $8 tomorrow night, so it might be pretty good if they $8 cover.
Yep, and the specials are rocking the whole time. So yeah, go check Greg out. They do a nice thing there. They got a nice staff. You know, I think that's one of the things that people forget is that one thing that makes it nice to go to a good place is when they got a nice staff working there. You know what I mean? So that's always positive. Don't let me forget. You know, I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to do this intermittently throughout the show. I'm just going to hold up stuff like this.
All right.
Put it back down. It's at some point, hey, Aaron, what's that art you've been showing us? But we'll work that. But if you're like, hey, man, why you just stop talking and pick up some art? In fact, that's what I did.
Okay.
Why just do the magic thing at me?
I don't know.
So, yeah, man. What else you got?
I don't know. Let's play some music, and then we'll drop to the next one.
All right. So, yeah, let me see here. I think I'm gonna, you know, our local guy, because we're a local show, and I really do enjoy his album. I did reach out to him via email, and it's our guy Wes Collins, who we've been featuring him a lot, and I enjoy featuring him. And again, from his album, Welcome to the Ether. This is our local guy with just great vocals and songwriting. Welcome to the Ether. This is called The Quiet Part.
minute at a time. I forgot how to talk to you. I tell you you're right, I promise to change, and then I do what I wanna do. I admired your dignity and grace. It turns out you're just too tired to trash the place. I don't know how much of me you're looking to keep, but this is the last time I get to watch you falling asleep. The sun coming on the horizon, going to gray. I busted the clocks, the curtain, the windows, and it's coming in anyway. And now I probably agree with whatever you said, but I don't know how to get out of my head. So I gather my shoes in a bundle of clothes and slip out of your life on the tips of my toes. We could call it whatever we want, but it isn't that we gotta talk. It's that I gotta listen, but count on me to go missing when we get to the quiet part. When we get to the quiet part.
All right. It's my man Wes Collins. So yeah, we're back, man. It's Wes Collins, local guy. Hopefully we can get him in on a in studio playing, because yeah, nice singer songwriter, guitar player, and he's a local guy. And as you know, man, we try and rock what's happening local here in our area.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean, man? So
Oh yeah.
I was talking, we have a nonprofit in the area called the Abundance
Okay.
Foundation, Abundance NC, and they have an event going on tomorrow, and I let them know, hey, you know, we'll let folks know about it. And this is, it's unique because it's called the Death Fair. I believe today is Del Dia del Muerta, the Day of the Dead, you know what I mean? And so this is their Death Fair and their homage to that, and they're having an event tomorrow here in Pittsburgh at the Beverage District. What you know about the Beverage District?
Been over there a couple times. I like to stop into Oak City and grab a hempy or two.
Yeah, grab a hempy at your CBD.
Get them while you can.
Yes. Hey, all right, so, you know, we try and keep this all positive, but I'm going to have to say this. If hempy, CBD, smokable hemp is allowable right now, we need to keep it that way. And they're trying to pass legislation, so I'm going to leave it right there. But get it while you can.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the Abundance Place, where you go get the hempies, you know, they got some fair game stuff over there. What you know about that?
I like the fair game.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I heard they were going to have some special drinks there over the weekend for their little festival.
Well, their festival starts tomorrow, and I told Tammy that I would let the folks know that from, I think, noon to 1, y'all see me, you know, this is a real show, so we're, you know, I'm doing this in real time. So I got it right here. Death Fair 2019, November 2nd, 2019, from noon to 6 p.m. Join the folks there of a celebration of remembrance. There'll be workshops, vendors, Day of the Dead talks, kids activities, interactive meditation, spinning, live music, food trucks, cash bar, candles everywhere, dance and celebrate. This is a deep dive to celebrate life in the Death Fair. So there you go. Going tomorrow. So yeah, we have to stop by, go through there. You know, I got my media pass.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I keep that hanging on my thing. I was thinking about getting my car wrapped. You know what I'm saying?
Media on the side of it.
Yeah.
Hey, you better be careful nowadays. You don't want to over-advertise.
Don't want to over-advertise. That's right. So yeah, we got that happening here on tomorrow. And when you stop by the Postal tonight, did they have the fish collars on there?
They did, man. I heard the people behind me ordering them. They were trying to tell them how to eat them. She said most people don't eat the last part. I was like, crazy.
You said the last part or the
Yeah,
ass part?
the last part.
Oh,
Not the ass
I
part.
didn't hear what you said. I thought it was the collar.
Yeah.
I thought it was called fish collars, man.
I did have, they had some shrimp stuffed flounder. It was like little pieces of shrimp and like a cornmeal type stuffing with a piece of flounder. It had the skin on it, but wrapped around it like a circle. Oh my God, that's good.
My one of my best friends in the world, Scott Harris, his mom, Miss Harris, you know, someone from New York, New Jersey, from the coast, and she did go to school here, Elizabeth State, or Winston-Salem State here, but she was good for whether it's a trout, flounder, come Thanksgiving. You know how some people's mom does turkey.
Uh-huh.
She'd take a nice fish like that and stuff it with shrimp and crab and all the seasoning and wrap it. And yeah, going to that house, that was a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, big up Miss Jackie Harris and your good food. And yeah, man, yeah. So Postal's always kicking some good food. You didn't have no appetizer, man, no biscuit. You know how I like to, I like to know what people have.
Well, like I'm addicted to their
fried oysters and
no,
raw
I
oysters.
didn't have oysters today, man. I had the she crab soup.
Oh yeah, that soup is slamming, man.
That soup with half a dozen oysters is a beautiful meal all by itself, man. And if you hit it on like a Wednesday when they're dollar oysters, that's what's up, man. You know, pretty affordable meal for that type of quality.
And again, you know, because we are, you know, local and rep the hyper local stuff, they source theirs from the local fishermen here who go to the coast almost daily. And you know, you're a fisherman guy, so you know that's one of the big things. I got a friend down in Georgia. I big up my man Bali Mullins, who does the same thing on the coast of Georgia, constantly going out, bringing in the freshest catch in the most sustainable way. So you know, we certainly support our folks here, our postal guys, and going there, we also support our local farms and fish guys and all that. You know, what do you call them? Fishmonger? Is that what they're called?
I think so, yeah. I think so. Why are you laughing at me? I was looking at something on the computer.
I thought we was doing a show.
We are. I'm getting ready to send you another song from Onikas, man. You know, I'm working over here.
Okay. I'm just chilling over here. So yeah, what's going on with Onikas, man?
So he's going out on Sunday at Blue Dot in the bank parking lot right next to Blue Dot on First Sunday.
First Sunday, yeah. It is First Sunday.
It is.
Man.
Yeah, it's already. Today's November 1st.
Ooh,
I know it, right?
what's up?
So he'll be there on the 3rd, and I'm going to run some live sound for him, and they're going to paint him, and he's invited quite a few artists to come join him, so we hope to have a good turnout on that. And then he's going to perform some of the songs that him and I have been recording.
All right, so hold on. I got to get visual, man. So what you're trying to tell me is, in our town of Pittsburgh, on First Sunday, because it is November 1st, so this is November 3rd, it's going to be some music in the street. It's supposed to be brilliantly sunny and crisp day this Sunday. So you're trying to tell me it's going to be people painting while listening to music, and then Onika's going to kick some music while painting?
Yeah, so we already created a playlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
We already created a playlist, and we're playing some other things, some of his favorite songs, some stuff that he likes to paint to, and a few other local artists. I'll get some info on the
I
other
might bring my
people that
camera
play.
down there, man.
And yeah, man, that'd be good. Yeah.
I might have to
Nothing wrong
talk to
with that.
Powers to Be. Maybe we can get on a little quick live stream on something, let people see it in real time. You know, we trying to bring local art.
Yeah, let's talk to the man himself, Onikas.
Yeah, see if we
See
can
what he
pump that
thinks,
in
you know.
real time. I think that would be great. If y'all got any comment on that, hit us up in the comment section on the Facebook or the YouTube or John's page or his Facebook page. Come on, man.
So he's I just sent you his song. So why don't you
Hey, you keep talking, man.
Pop that up on-
I'm gonna work for it real quick.
Okay, that's good, man. I can handle that.
So yeah, you keep talking while I.
So City Tap was good last night. They got another band tonight, Baffle. They're out of Carborough. It's a 4-piece. They look kind of funky. I looked up on their Facebook, man, and listened to a song. So y'all check them out. Baffle, Baffle. And then on Saturday is Corey Lejeune and the Traveling Blues Band. So that looks pretty good too, man. That'd be worth checking
Do
out.
you have any idea what kind of music that is?
I don't know. I was thinking jazz.
Okay.
I'm thinking Traveling Blues Band.
I still only have Corey Jones right now from.
You got the story of Corey Jones? We'll have to get on that one. I'm
we'll
pretty sure I just sent you.
Let's see here. This is real time, people. You can comment. Hey.
So pop up.
You sent it to me on that same Gmail account, right?
On Tosh Talk.
Yeah, send it to Tosh Talk.
That's what I sent it to.
Yep.
I'll send it to you again real quick, man.
Real quick, man. This is live TV. Live radio. Like multimedia stream. I always said, I always wanted to be the guy who did this voice. The Incredible Hulk will continue after these messages. You remember that from back?
No.
You remember? Oh, that's right.
That's when you get up and run and go hit the commercials, pour another bowl of cereal, and try to get back as quick as you can.
So, what's the name of the song we about to cue up?
Success.
All right, so I think I got this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a man Onikas recorded here, Circle City Recording. Circle City Recording. And who did the beats to it?
Terrence. What's his DJ name?
Trickstyle.
This is a story
Trickstyle,
about a man named Onikas
This is a good one
who
too.
thought that he could grow up to become a famous artist. Imagine that, from foster care to millionaire. One of the best stories in the history of art ever written. And one day I will be, cause I'm never about quitting. Tight grip on the rover from this chip on my shoulder. This will be my focus until my life is over. I made a million mistakes, each one with $1. I'll get paid for each one, they was hard pills to swallow. Still have nightmares, you may still hear me holler. I'm waking up with tears on my pillow, heart full of sorrow. Brighter days ahead, but I feel pain from tomorrow. And yesterday is gone, I know, but it left a heavy load with a hard road to follow. My road got rocky, my waters got choppy. I'm in the pursuit of art history, I ain't letting nothing stop me. So when my time comes, I'll be ready for the throne. I had a lot of help, I couldn't do it on my own. Crops been producing rice and seeds I'd sown. You threw salt and got caught. So your downfall is not my fault. You had it coming the way you patted your stomachs and watched everybody else around you suffer from hunger. I've worked real hard for my success. I'm enslaved to it, so I call myself master. Allow me to introduce the world to the origins of Onikas. It's Onassa. In 2012, this guy in Florida bought 2 of my paintings and asked me, did I know the meaning of my name, Onikas? I told him, it's on my birth certificate. I don't know where it came from, if it's a family name or anything like that. He asked me to call my biological mom and ask her where did she get it from. So I got on the phone with Maddie Pearl and said, where did Onikas come from? She said, that's not what she named me. She named me Steve Onassa, O-N-A-S-S-A, Gaddis. And she said Steve Onassa was the guy in the neighborhood that everybody knew as the artist in town. When you were born, I wanted you to have his name. And I won't smoke black and mild Royale. I would never change, I'ma stay the same. Give me those black and mild plain plastic tips. I still feel like that little bastard kid. I suffer from issues of abandonment, and visions from my past times is damaging. But this seed is grown up, thanks for planting it. On private flights, we landing in Phoenix, Arizona. I know the city wants a show where there's only room for standing in. And my businesses I'm handling. Save Ryan at my show on violin, or the classical piano, so talented. At his age, he kept things bottled in. It's no question, it's a blessing. Guess who he's following? I've decided to stay local. My vocals will go global. They so promising. It's no hate, cause it's all positive. I got a lot to give. And I know I'm cold. I'm just trying different ways to expose my soul so y'all can feel my pain but understand my goals. So when I attain it, you can't say I never tried to explain it. I try to show them in writing no canvas when I paint it. It's like my heart's an open book and I'm hoping you take a look. So yeah, Bo comes back to me a couple weeks later and says, Onikas, I found the meaning of your name. He says in the Greek, it means the only one. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be cold. My heart is frozen. I just needed to empty my soul.
Yeah, man. Onikas, it's called Success. And this first Sunday, you're going to be kicking some music and having artists and just an outdoor expression of the scene we got here in Pittsburgh with the music, the art. the vibe of the folks here. So yeah, that should be a good time. And again, it's gonna be brilliantly sunny and crisp. So you know what that means? You can wear like your sweaters, you know, your hoodie, your scully cap, maybe a little scarf. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so that's that's when the weather gets nice and the sun will still be warm and brilliant. You know what I mean?
And when he performs too, he's going to do a spoken word as well. So that's going to be interesting. That in the middle of that song that we just heard, "Success," he does a spoken word in the middle of the song, describing the origin of his name, and it's very interesting. So you can go back and listen to that in detail when we release the EP that we're doing for him. We're doing a 5-song EP because it's a really great story.
Any idea when the EP might be released?
So we're working on the last song. Got to do a little bit of final mixing, and then it's going to the kitchen in Carborough for mastering. So, man, we might be a month to 6 weeks out, maybe planning around the first of the year, something like that.
Yeah, man, we have to go. We're getting the band back together. We got to go on the road and kick some shows in. Hey,
Well,
man, hey,
it's starting on Sunday. He said he'll be out there performing. I'm gonna run sound, so it's gonna sound really, really nice. So y'all come out.
Yep, and it's kid friendly, man. It's
Oh,
nice
it's
family
kid-friendly.
time out there, man. I'm gonna
My
have
wife
mine out.
Sunny and my son John are going to be there. So Sunny threw us a comment. She was like, "We need to go live for that on Sunday." So we'll talk with Onikas and
There
them,
you
see if they
go.
want to give it a good live
See,
feed.
Sonny, great minds think alike, Sonny. See, I think so too, because that would, that's what we're trying to show is what's up here in Pittsburgh. So if we can make that happen, we certainly will be there, kicking it like we can, man. So yeah.
And so we just got a suggestion on the comments that when can we get a Pittsburgh Love Your People concert? It would be so much better than weekly conflicts that we've been having. So I was talking with Dylan about their new spot at the Mod, doing, just getting some local bands, local artists, everything that's going on local here, and do a little 1 day, possibly a little 2 day festival.
I'm gonna use the word I used last week. You mean
Okay.
like a melange of music?
I'm gonna have to look that word up.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
It sounds it sounds inappropriate.
Hey man, I study French, man.
Uh-huh. And then we're also on the playlist that we're doing with Onikas. We're going to do a couple songs from Sheila Fleming that she had on her album Circles. So for anybody who knows Sheila, that's stop by and give that a good listen on my system. It's going to sound real high fidelity. It's going to sound nice.
And we invite musicians, and one thing that you can look forward to seeing on this multimedia live stream cast is having when we bring local musicians and artists into the studio and play right here where we can stream that, because again we want to try and use 21st century technology to create a very organic uniting experience where we got the music, the food, and the vibe to where people want to tune in and be like, yeah, I'm about kicking it like this. So yeah, man, I'm excited about Sunday. I think that's going to be a good time. And, we got a whole weekend of stuff happening, and we're about to go into the Thanksgiving and the holiday season. So, yeah, man. And if people have never been here, I'll tell you, when the town starts to put its little lights up and little decorations for the holidays, the visual aesthetics is quite pleasing. I've grown up in cities my whole life, and there's something that I always think is very cool about the cities. But for a moment, we still live in a little town that's got this kind of quaintness to it, and looks like it should be a very cool place to live.
It is a cool place to live, man, for sure.
Yeah, so.
And one more thing on Sunday, What's Her Face is playing at the Tap at
Who?
3 to 5. You don't know her? What's Her Face?
Oh, you mean who?
So it's an all-girl, quirky rock and pop covers. And there's some familiar faces, so y'all check them out. Check out their
Wait.
Facebook, too.
Hold on.
Because
Do you say it's some familiar faces and what's your face? What's a who?
What's her face?
What's
I said
what's her
familiar
face? Oh, she's
faces,
familiar
but I don't know
faces.
their names. It's,
What's her face? Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, we already talked a little bit about Postal, but they also have a pan-seared yellow eye snapper, and that's what Sunny had. And I asked her for a bite, and she pretty much said no.
Okay,
So.
and what sort of, like the visual, the whole thing, what sort of setting was it in?
All I could see was the piece of fish from my view, and it didn't last very long. So
It had to be in a pool or something, right?
it was. She had something in
Some
there,
sort of vegetable, some
don't know.
sauce on it.
some type of succotash.
Was it a
thing
crisp
going there.
skin whole fish, or was it? Oh, I mean,
Oh, so it was like a fillet pan seared, and so you could see they put the seared skin part up, so it looked nice, and it had that red checkering that you get with snappers like that.
so they do this thing with their grill there called "Get It Really Hot."
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
how you do it.
That's right. They get it really hot, and I said this before. People, you guys may think that Postal is paying us for us to say this stuff, but no, we're actually paying them for us
Hell
to
yeah.
say this stuff.
I've been there twice this week already. I speak from experience when I talk about their food, man.
But yeah, they get that grill really hot, and they will blister those vegetables. I think I said this last time. I'll say it again. I'll repeat myself. Sometimes people think the vegetables the knockoff. No, the vegetables the thing that, when done right,
Oh yeah,
it sets the whatever the protein or main source of whatever the dish is. Those vegetables done right, and I like them scorched, but still al dente. I don't like them gloppy. I don't even like using that word gloppy, to be honest with you. I don't even know if that's a word, but if it was a word, I would spell that Gloppy.
Gloppy. Oh yeah,
yeah. So yeah,
That's when it glops, but it's soft and it needs some more action than just glopping.
yeah.
It's
Nobody,
gloppy.
nobody wants that, unless maybe it's pudding or aspic. I've never eaten aspic, but I've seen it. It's like this gelatinous thing. You ever seen that? Yeah, man. I have to say, stay away from that.
So it's something in the name I just don't like. And the last new thing Postal has over this weekend, well, they had it tonight, so I'm hoping that they have it all weekend, but they have roasted white grunt, and grunt's like snapper. It's bottom fish, but so it's got a little sweetness to it, and
I'm not being
some
sold
nice
on
body.
that name. I mean, I'm gonna eat it, but just saying. But I'm gonna call it something else. What's it called again?
a roasted white grunt.
Are you saying grunt with a T
Grunt,
on the end?
yeah,
Roasted white grunt. Roasted white grunt.
Yeah, look it up. I didn't go for it. I had to have that stuffed flounder had my name all over it.
Yeah, roasted. Sounds inappropriate, but anyway, go ahead.
So what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm gonna go to some basketball trials because my boy Dan's gonna go do some basketball trials. So we're gonna do that, and sometimes the art. I don't want to say the art of doing nothing, but just letting whatever happen. And one thing I always enjoy is just walking into town. Like, hey, I live in town. Walking into town. What's always good is every Saturday morning, right across the street from where I live, there is the farmers market. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's all the local farmers every morning, and they get there early, and it's gonna be cold in the morning too. But they get there early, and so I usually go over there and hit those guys up, and that's right there at the Chatham Mills. And again, supporting our local farmers. That's always a good way to start the day. And then the breakfasts at the Chatham Market, Chatham Mills, is always a good place. To
Oh
start
yeah,
doing that.
I mean they're basically right across the street from the studio we're sitting in. So
That's right.
that's
right.
that's a place I frequent often.
And let me not forget, I mean, I would be remiss if I did not say, I got a coffee shop 22 steps from my,
And a good one.
Yep. And that is I like a double espresso, and that's my spot to go to for one double espresso, and it's 20 feet from my house. So I did tell her, I said, hey, your coffee shop is really cool, and it's relaxing, and when it was really hot out, I was trying to visualize this place in the winter when the snow's coming down and she's open, and maybe she's got some soup. She says, some crock
sounds
pot,
good.
some soup, some sort of pot pie or something.
What's the name of this coffee shop?
Davenport.
Davenport's.
Cafe Davenport's Cafe DM.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a good spot, and she gets her stuff from. They get their stuff from Sweetie's Bakery. So and Sweetie's, they do vegan desserts and vegan savory foods, but also do some nice salads, chicken salads, wraps. So yeah, again, supporting the local. And Davenport, they get their coffee, I believe, from Carver Roasters, just right down the street
Okay.
here. So we keep it we keep it local too. And so
And
yeah,
we got aromatic roasters in this building here too.
yeah,
So
we
there's
do. We
lots
do.
of great coffee within 2 rock throws from here for sure.
You know, if we ever want to do this, and I did talk to them. I said, hey, you know, if you guys ever want to sponsor the show, just provide the coffee and stuff. You know, we'll just do this on a morning show. So maybe maybe we'll do like a New Year's Eve, rockin' New Year's Eve show, and we'll go to like they open up and we'll let them come and bring the coffee or something. Yeah, we'll find a way to let them host the show and bring it, because I don't know, this time of night. Do you want
I
a coffee
can't go
drink?
for a cup of coffee right
No,
now. You know,
no.
maybe a small one right after dinner, but that was
I drink
a
an
couple hours
espresso.
ago.
You know, espresso, perhaps some sort of cognac.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but anyway.
So how about tomorrow night? What you doing tomorrow night?
I don't know, man. I haven't thought through. What should I be doing?
You should be going to Odco.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I would be, but isn't that limited seating? Don't I need to buy yesterday for that?
I just seen that they still have some tickets available.
What?
So it's the Lustron sessions, because you know they're in that Lustron home.
Yeah.
But it's Charlie Hunter, which he's a hybrid jazz player, so he plays an instrument that has, he's playing the guitar and the bass at the same time, but extremely well done. And I seen him a couple months ago with the drummer that'll be there tomorrow.
Jeff Sipe?
No, Jeff Clapp.
Jeff Clapp.
Yeah. But man, I tell you, Jeff, and I seen Jeff Sipe this year too, amazing drummer at Manifold Recording, and he did a master class there. That was an awesome experience. But Jeff Clapp, being 10 feet from him in such a small room, everybody was whisper quiet, and the details on his drumming and brushing was, dude, just a jaw-dropping experience.
And the show tomorrow night is at what time? And is there a name of the show? I know they do like themes or featuring.
It's the
this
Lustron
musician.
Sessions with Charlie Hunter and guest musicians is the name of it. We will, at the end of the show, let's grab some links and throw on here so that anybody can hop on the things we're talking about this weekend.
Exactly. And I'm going to say this, you know, for that, the next time they do that, we need to be set up right there. And we can sound like golf. And we can be live streaming from there and then turn the cameras there and promote that, so we can be kicking that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because when you're in that intimate setting, it's like theater in the round. So everybody's got to talk like this. You know what I mean? But it'll be a good time. So, yeah, if...
and they have a sax player tomorrow, too, Peter Kankura. So that room is going to be, only thing amplified, I believe, is going to be Charlie's guitar and bass. He has 2 separate amps for the one instrument. And then everything else is just going to be as it is in the room, which makes it such a intimate experience, man. Not hearing anything manipulated, and the guys play the room so well that the tones in it fantastic, man.
And for those, I mean, I'm an East Coast guy, so I've been here and seen Charlie Hunter for many years up and down the East Coast, and I think now is he living in North Carolina now?
I think he lives in Greensboro,
Oh, that's
and
close by to us, yeah.
so does Jeff Clapp, and that's how we're getting the opportunity. And he likes to do quick pop-up style gigs. So I think this came up a couple weeks ago, even if that maybe a week and a half ago or so. And I'm really looking forward to that. I bought the tickets like 5 minutes after it went out.
Does it come with food?
No food, but they still have the Keep It Odd IPA. Actually, it's a New England IPA. On tap, and that's from Thirsty Skull, so they're making it just for Odco, so that's their
I tried that. I did try that. But back to the show, I think there should be like a little small plate of dinner or something with that. I don't know.
No.
Maybe I'm projecting.
you got to pick up something to eat it on the way, man, when you go there.
From where?
I don't know. Maybe you could stop by the Roadhouse and pick up one of those specials.
I think so.
You
I
know,
think
that
that's
sounds
what we
good.
do. I think
You can
we
stop
do.
by the Mod, because you know they still have the original Mod is open, and it's more suited for more restaurant space now that they have the big event space next door with a long bar. There's plenty of room for people and getting in there and watching football and getting loud and having fun next door, and the restaurant's still open and running, so it's going to be
There you
easier
go.
getting in and out with the food. And
I agree with that.
they said they're going to do pizzas, which to kind of get things kicked off in the new space, to where you can buy just slices over there. So stop by, have a couple beers, grab a slice of pizza. But I don't know exactly when they're getting that kicked off, man. We'll have to ask them about that.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. So yeah, man, I was talking to our local folks here and was asking, well, what are we looking forward to for 2020? And a lot of them are saying that our music and our art scene is really starting to grow and pick up. And so I certainly think that by having the studio here and musicians coming in recording, and we're starting to get out and play and having more spaces for arts and music in our town, that's really gonna keep us odd in a way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Let me see, man. We play music, local music, and also play music that I just so happen to like, and that I know the musicians and they give me permission to play. So hopefully we are bringing you some music that you have not heard in a while. So
hey, one more thing
yeah,
before
man,
you get
go,
playing.
yeah.
Oddco also has this fermented kombucha on tap. That's like a berry flavor kombucha that's, dude, really good. It's sneaky because you don't taste any alcohol in it, but
That's
it's
kombucha.
Kombucha.
Yeah, that'll get you.
But it's good, man. You got to try that. I think you tried that already, haven't you?
I have tried that already.
Well,
and
anybody's listening, y'all got to try that for sure.
So yeah, and I tried that, and it's a nice kombucha. And then they also have some nice. I tried a nice non-alcoholic green tea mint kombucha that they have there. Nice organic green tea kombucha there. So they do have some non-alcoholic drinks there that are very palatable and good. So yeah, you guys go, and if you're local within a 60-mile radius or more, you travel as far as you want, go ahead. And is there a website, John, where they can go to get those last few tickets remaining?
Actually, Brian just posted it under the comments for events at Odd Company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you can pop on there and pick up tickets from that. I'll double check that, and if that one doesn't lead directly to it, we'll do that as soon as we get done with the show. Throw that on there, yeah.
So yeah, man. So you know I'm a reggae fan, and have had my guys like the Sunsetters, the Crucial Fire coming to town. So through that whole network of friends of the reggae scene up and down the East Coast, there's a good friend, Mighty Joshua, that my friend Chris Whitley, Peanut, who's a keyboard player who played with Derek from Roster Feast. It's just all it's all combined. But yeah, Chris is a great producer, and Mighty Joshua, who comes down through here and plays often. I've had the joy to see and hear his band. So I said, hey, Peanut, send me some music. He said, all right, I'm going to send you some Mighty Joshua and some other music that I've been working on. So, my pleasure to bring to our listening folks some music that, as I always say, that if you've never heard, you should have already heard. So you can say that you heard it here. My man Mighty Joshua, I believe, is out of Harrisonburg, Richmond area, Virginia. Here's some reggae music called Rastafari now.
Oh mama, oh papa, hey. Oh mama, oh papa, hey. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh mama, gone to Rastafari now. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. I leave the Baptist church for now. To the King I still do bow. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Goodness and love you instilled in me. You made a boy into a man with pride and dignity. Just to think that I am one of three, ever faithful, ever sure, will always be. Glorious things spoken of the Almighty, lineage of King David's Solomonic tree. No longer I pray upon my knees, I stand and chant out his name and his glory will be seen. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh mama, papa, I've gone to Rastafari now. goodness and love you instilled in me. You made a boy into a man with pride and dignity. And just to think that I am one of three, ever faithful, ever sure, will always be. Glorious things spoken of the Almighty, lineage of King David's Solomonic tree. No longer I pray upon my knees, I stand and chant out his name and his glory will be seen. Oh ma 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 pa pa pa, Rastafari now. Oh ma 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 pa pa pa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh ma 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 pa pa pa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh ma 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 pa pa pa, I've gone to Rastafari now. Oh mama, oh papa, hey. Oh mama, oh papa, hey.
So there, that's my man Mighty Joshua out of, I'm gonna say Richmond Harrisonburg area, man, and that's Rastafari now. So yeah, that's one thing that I certainly enjoy, and you and I talk about is, you know, the music relationships that I've made over the years, and playing music and being a fan of music, and you know, sometimes I was the dude who carried the instruments and all that stuff, but that's part of it, you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes I was the dude fronting the band, but every aspect of it, being a part of the vibration of music has always been a special thing in my life, and I give thanks for it, man. That's something you and I talk about, you know?
Yeah, man, same here. Like, I've been all types of little stuff, and from running sound, recording, to being in the band, and now playing bass in a band. I never played, or been since the 90s since I played bass in a band. And, man, just getting in where I fit in, man.
Get in where you fit in, man. You know, I love the bass. I'm always a bass player at heart, and so, you know, singing lots of music, whether it was gospel music, madrigal music, jazz standards, classical music, what have you, you know, it's always been something about that bass tone. And I sang bass in different choirs and things, but I will say that funk and that reggae is what really, when I started hearing how that bass was mixed in those,
oh yeah,
it's like, yeah, man.
And what I didn't realize about playing the bass in a band was, well, first of all, playing guitar in a band for years, you know, guitar player is pretty easy. You just kind of stop and start where you want. You can throw in a little licks, make it easy. You can bring intensity and control some of that aspect of the band.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you're playing on top of the rhythm section. And then, you know, I started playing bass, and it was like all of a sudden I felt like laying back or not playing for a second, and then everybody would stop playing. They're like, what's wrong?
That's right.
You know? And then that's the first thing I noticed is, man, you have a lot of control when you're part of the rhythm section. And the other the other band members, I mean, they're really dependent on you to carry that intensity and that movement to keep the song going.
And it was also going to live shows that really, you know, I've always been a fan of music and fan of people who are able to bring the live performance, bring that energy to it. So, you know, what was your first, well, concert either on like a local level, or what was your first concert where you went, you was like, whoa, you know?
Where, man, I don't know. I started listening to a lot of, when I was younger, a lot of like punk rock and hardcore bands. So they were always smaller shows. We didn't really do, you know, large concerts until, man, I was probably in my 20s before I went started
so
going
old.
to big. I know. But, you know, as a teenager, you know, we were going to shows, and I lived in Greensboro, and, you know, we go to like Somewhere Else Tavern. You know, to get a gig there, all you had to do was walk in and talk to Burley, the guy who owned it, and that closed down, I think, a year or two ago for forever. But they were a staple for 25, 30 years, man. And I've been at their oldest location, which most people never even knew about. And that was the first gig that I'd ever played, was out of there.
Yeah, it was spots like, when I was in Baltimore, we had places we would go to dance, you know, the rhythm skate. We wouldn't go to the skate, but, you know, you dance, and we had the Painter's Mill. So those are the first place you go into, and like, yeah, you kicking it. And I think one of the first bands that I ever saw was Force MDs and a Young New Edition, like in 82, 83, at like the Baltimore Convention. Cool it now. Yeah.
Candy Girl,
yeah,
remember
yeah.
what I'm about that earlier.
That's right.
The
yeah,
Halloween
man.
songs, man. Candy Girl.
That's right. But yeah, I think that that was one of my first concerts where I was like, okay, that's a that's New Edition. But one of the first concerts that ever, I was like, okay, I'm seeing a superstar, and I'll never forget 1984. 15th row center stage at the Cap Center. It's called the Cap Center then, outside of DC, and it was Prince and his Purple Rain tour with Sheila E. opening up.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was the first show I ever saw was like that, and
I bet the crowd was moving.
When
Sheila was on.
Oh
there.
man, here's the thing though, is that I was in ninth grade. I still don't know how my parents let me go. I was in ninth grade, and I just remember walking in, and you have the concourse that walks around, and everyone has their exit to go into, and just everyone was dressed in some sort, the purple one, some sort of Prince, whatever, and Vanity, Apollonia, what have you, like, or Morris Day in the Time. Everyone was dressed up in something. I was like, what? And I was in ninth grade. I never seen nothing like that. And of course, he brought the show then. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my big shows. And but it's the local scene, walking into a spot and having a band that you've never heard of, bring it. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when Purple Rain came out, because me and my brothers live with my dad in Denver, Colorado, and they used to break dance. So, I mean, I tried. I was like, all I could do was like the butt spin, But we had a ghetto blaster, and we'd get big pieces of cardboard. We'd go around the city, and that's what my brothers liked to break to, man, was The Dove's Cry. That was like one of his main songs.
So I'm putting that out right there. There's a movie that has Brad Pitt. I was talking about this last time, but I can't remember the name of the movie. But it is on Netflix, and the movie is, he's a dude who works at this gym, and he and this lady conspire to extort this dude out of his money because they find he's a CIA dude. They find anyway. But he's doing this dance. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of the movie. So, if anyone who knows the name of that movie that I'm talking about, where he's sitting in the car surveilling where this dude lives, he's drinking soda, he's got his headphones in, and he keeps doing that, you get a $5 off coupon to the place of your choice here in Pittsburgh.
Is it going to be written on a napkin?
Yeah, I got it right here. Hold on, I can make
How about just a $5 bill?
That's a coupon. Yes,
the
and I will
universal
staple it
coupon.
to a napkin, like, go here and use this. So same thing. So if you can help me remember that movie, and you put that in the comments section, then you too can win a $5 coupon. All right. That's what I got. So I'm gonna see here. Who do I want to play? And I do have some new music. Send us music. Keep saying, hey, you guys, send us music, send us music, send us music. I was playing my boys last week, the Circle 6. I played one song from the Circle 6 last week. So I'm going to play another song, and this song is called The Inevitable.
Sparking double L's, I am dollar bills, COD, I'm PC6 till the end. Feel like Illmatic and Asadic, got a habit. Fanatic from the first, I go to manic, and I had it up to here. Clear fear from my sphere, listen here, once a year. I set this record clear, double nines, damn straight. Make your mind inflate, take it to a higher level, using devils as a bait. Wait a second while I wreck, might check it, disrespect. Fake motherfuckers making chicken headed record, show the lessons that I kick. Western New York, cause they slick. Vested is my mind, I wrestle content with my click. Lock up, and what pops up? Another hit, don't let that top fool them on me. This is that underground shit. Who am I? Ha ha. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Ha ha. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Ha ha. Who am I? Ha ha. Who am I? Ha ha. Hit you one time with a rhyme that's incredible. Pain in your mind, a design that's indelible. Some say the pros I compose are ineffable. Level these levels to hell, it's inevitable.
Hey yo, the who coming for your whack ass crew. Bottom line, tell them how we rhyme for a dime. Never cease to shine, even in the blind man's mind. Shining bright when I ignite, especially mics, vocally tight for all the plugs in sight. You might catch a bad one fucking with me, coming like Goliath, but I be King David D. See, slaying heads with the smallest of rocks, intelligent plots surrounded by the skills and the props. Cleaning your clocks, hour to hour, lyrical shots, spraying lots of blocks, as in Biggie and Pac at your dome. Can't condone playing Jerome, making MC, BET, and phone home, telling they pops and moms I'll be the bombs with the magical wands, hitting hard like Barry Bonds, coming like fawns. Thumbs up in the cut, happy days be waved when they fall into a rut. But now establishing how rappers get loud. Me and my pal style come well and endowed, huffing to cow and freestyle float for miles like the now. Me and my crew be buck wild. Who am I? Ha ha! Who am I? Who am I? Ha ha! Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Ha ha! Who am I? Ha ha! Who am I? Ha ha!
Reach you one time with a rhyme that's incredible, painting your mind a design that's indelible. Some say the pros I compose are ineffable, level these devils to hell, it's inevitable.
Bottom line in the Circle 6.
I'm dropping knowledge like a motherfucking college. This world is Plato's cave. I broke the chains and misbehaved. The maze I braid the ways of ignorance for minds that are enslaved. Paid the beaten path, those before us who attack institutions with solutions that left tyrants on their backs. Must attack only ourselves, face responsibility. If we must hope to find the devil, you're hearing me. Never lead a God, the who is a God itself. Liable is the Bible, put that shit back on the shelf. Recognize and realize a third eye as God's eye. I and you and we are a one beneath the sky. S, the I, the X, and the land of heritage. I'm bringing it to your chest straight like this.
Who am I?
Ha ha!
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Ha ha!
Who am I?
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 Ha ha!
Who am I?
Ha ha!
Who am I?
Ha ha!
All right. And that's our guys, the Circle 6. My boys from back in the day in Morgantown, West Virginia. Big up my man Todd Frank, Steve Rubin, Frank Caputo, and the COD, William Resch. We appreciate y'all for letting us play the music you hear. So yeah, John, we got a good friend Ned who
Yeah, Ned Davis.
yeah, man, and you recorded a song that he wrote in tribute to young man Corey Davis. Let's talk about that for a moment.
Corey Jones.
Corey Jones.
So he was shot by a police officer in Florida. I don't want to give the whole story away. Listen to the song, get a good feel for it. And then Ned is going to be with us probably next week. And we'll let him tell the story because it's a little closer to home for him. And he's in Florida. And Joey Tenuto, the guitar player that played on this, played with Corey Jones. And so, it really hit home for them. It's big and personal. So
since you're running the board over there, can you hit Ned up and let him know we're about to play the song and see if he catches on that? And again, I'm going to reiterate what John just said, is that we'll have Ned, and Ned is in Florida right now. But basically the story is that he's friends with another musician, and his name's Corey Jones, and he had his buddy come here, Joey Tenuto, and it was in that they put the song down. There's a story of Corey Jones, and it was done right here. John engineered it, and it was mastered at Kitchen, and it's certainly our pleasure to be able to provide this song for you. So yeah, without further ado, this is the debut of
This is the story of Corey Jones. They shot him down, just going home. He was a drummer and an honest man. His car broke down in the promised land. Off the exit ramp, on the phone with his brother. Policeman, well, he was undercover. Thought he heard an earnest plea. He shot 3 times, and Corey fell down to his He said, why? Why did you kill me, man?
Very powerful song by a friend. Very powerful song by a friend, Brother Ned Davis. The story of Corey Jones. And yeah, hopefully next week we'll be able to have Ned here and we can go more in depth and share the song and the stream and the story with all Ned's contacts, our contacts, and yeah, get that started. But thank you, Ned, for the song, and John, very nice recording, and the cats who mixed it at Kitchen Master. I'm sorry, at Kitchen Master. So yeah, man, yeah, Ned. Hope you liked it, and share the stream, Ned, and let all your folks know that next week when you're here with us in studio, we will represent the song right for you, and we appreciate you for it. And so yeah, man, positive,
absolutely
positive.
I played bass on that one too. So a little part of the back line.
There you go. I was a little part of the back line too, bro.
Oh yeah, we sang those gang vocals together. That was fun. That was real fun. Hatred among brothers.
That's right, man. I try and get in where I fit in too, bro. Yeah, we gotta love where we are, man. We gotta love where we are. So yeah, to keep you got any more announcements right this second?
Hey,
what you got,
so
man?
you know, just again talking about the mod and being first Sunday, they're doing Soul Food Sunday. I think it's $20, all you can eat, right?
All you can eat.
They're doing collards and barbecue.
Is that cherry that's preparing?
I
all
think
that,
it is
man?
cherry. Yep.
All right.
I think it is.
So for first Sunday, they doing first Sunday soul food made by Cherry, and that's all gonna be within walkable distance of where Onikas is gonna be up in the. Yeah. So for y'all who've never been to Pittsburgh, all this is very walkable.
Oh yeah, you know, from what's going on within 100 yards, Onikas is going to be performing. I need to check the time on when he's going to be there.
Hey,
I think it's 1 to 3.
I think he's somewhere on the thread. Hey man, if you can, if you can let us know.
Pretty sure it's 1 to 3.
1 to 3. All right.
And then so we could hit that, and then actually I do have those notes right here. Yeah, performance is 1 to 3, and we'll be up there setting up and doing a mic check at 12 o'clock. And he's going to be painting too,
check
you know.
the mic.
So you know, you can get the opportunity to see him paint live, and you know, I've seen him paint in the front of Blue Dot before, but not to music, and not being able to perform like he's going to perform tomorrow is going to be really good, man.
I think I might bring an egg and some paint. I might be tagging stuff tomorrow.
I think we should all bring our kazoos.
And some spray paint to tag some stuff. Like I'm gonna do some graffiti, some real cool graffiti. Have you ever seen my art, man?
I haven't. No.
You haven't? All right, great. My art, you know what? I'm an artist in other ways, but I do love visual art and colors. But I have to drop this right now because, you know, I brought this art with me today.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a cousin whose art I brought here to Pittsburgh, and it hangs everywhere. And she's been on a world tour to Spain and France and Morocco, and she's got back from Africa. Her name is Clara Johnson, and she has some very wonderful, wonderful art. And when she left to go out and leave the country, she said, "Hey, cuz, can I leave some art with you?" She left a whole bunch of art with me. So yeah, and at my other friend's Zimbabwean restaurant, and this is we do hyper local. This is hyper local because Clara's art is here in Chatham County. Clara's art will be at a wine and art event Thursday at my people Zwali's restaurant. That's in the Chapel Hill, Durham area, and they do Zimbabwean food. And I met them here in Chatham County. See what I'm saying? So, and they have a great restaurant. Remember, I brought some wings one time. I was like, "Hey, try these." Comes from Zimbabwean restaurant. You're like, "Man, those are good."
Oh yeah,
they do piri piri. That's their thing. PIRPIR, piri piri. So Thursday, what's that? November 7th. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Thursday, November 7th at Zweli, ZWELI''S. My cousin Clara's art is going to be on display. And like a good cousin, I got her art up in Zweli's because, I know good art, man. And I love my cousin. So, yeah, we got that going on. And if y'all like any of this art, hit me up, Aaron Taj Talk. But that's some of her smaller print things. She does some larger pieces. And her and Onikas are both friends and great artists. And Onikas has some very large format pieces that I love. I got one. You got some nice art in here, man. We're gonna get a couple other cameras. Y'all can see the art around me. I'm sitting on this artful sofa. We got art local car amp, which make it a sweet amp is an art as well. Wouldn't you say so, man?
Oh, that is definitely art.
And so
that's a Skylark. Right, I mean that thing sounds like creamy butter.
So for those who, we are an art music town, and one of our arts is that, for people who don't know, some of the, I'm not a guitar player, but I do know music. Some of the highest quality boutique niche type amps come from right here in our town, right?
Oh, all cars are hand built right down the road from here. And
they're played all over the world, right?
All over the world. And I had the opportunity to be in there and get a quick tour from my man Lou, who does their distribution. And I got to go in there and watch them wiring the top ends of the amps. I mean, it's all point to point wired. And Mr. Dave Quick was in there handling it when I got to stop in and see it. So, I mean, the quality on that, I think he's been wiring amps for them for like 16 or 18 years, something like that.
And I ran into Dave this morning at the Davenport coffee shop.
Cool.
So we keep it all local. Mm-hmm. And I did talk to him about bringing some of his original music. For those of you who don't know Dave is his voice is like silk and butter and butter and silk, and kind of like a velour. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he does, the classics like the Dean Martins and the Sammy Davis and the Sinatras. He does those in his style, and he also writes original music and plays guitar. So talk to him about coming here, doing some in-studio performances here.
And
coming up.
I've seen him 2 or 3 times between the summer and fall at the Roadhouse. I'm gonna take a peek here at their list and
there you go.
See if he's. Oh yeah, so Monday, November 11th.
That's a week.
Which is a week from Monday. Yep. Is the Dave Quick Jazz Combo, and that only has a $5 cover. I mean, that's like free candy.
Free candy. Well, that was yesterday, wasn't
I know,
it?
Right?
Speaking of candy, man, your son had a. Nora didn't show me hers because she knows.
She knows.
Yeah. But John had a. Woo. He didn't have too many peanut butter cups, Reese's. I try not to eat the candy, but when I do, I try and let it be Reese's peanut butter.
I hear that. But another thing, we already hit on that once, but on first Sunday from 3 to 5 is What's Her Face at the Tap. So, you've got the Tap going, you've got Soul Food Sunday at the Mod, and you can start it all off, man, at 1 o'clock coming in and checking out what Onikas is doing at the Blue Dot, and that's all a 2-minute walk from each other, if that.
And First Sunday in and of itself is where we highlight local businesses and vendors.
Absolutely,
where they come and set up, and so you can get a nice flavor of that. So yeah, for folks who've never been here, or you live close in proximity and looking for something to do where you can get outside and walk and stroll in town. Yeah, it's a nice walkable town, nice strolling town, and when that sun is beautiful, and now we know why they talk about that Carolina blue, because that's one thing we can all agree on, that these skies get mighty blue with those green pine trees juxtaposed against it. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to live. So we got to keep it beautiful and positive. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
So what else we got, bro?
All right, so let's see. Pickle Jar, man. They've got some specials here. He took me a picture of their board. Let me see if I can pop that up real quick. Where did you go?
John's doing the work over there, guys. So yeah,
hey, give me a minute to find that.
John's doing all the work over there. So this is what we call filling the dead air. So no, we have a restaurant called the Pickle Jar, and Mario. He really brings some unique textures and flavors together, and it's always got a home style flavor to it, but with a chef technique in its presentation. And to me, again, that's a beautiful art form when it comes to food. And I like to cook myself. I have a very nice soup at home that I've created that I'm waiting to bring back out. One of my favorite things to do when I'm cooking is, garlic has a couple of different flavors, and depending on what flavor you want to get, so especially in the winter time, and you want to get that depth of the flavor, I always like to really slow roast my garlic, but I still keep it in the shell a bit, so the shell kind of protects it. And then you pull it out, and it's like just right before it's complete butter, but still has some give to it. But it brings out the sugars in the garlic and gives it this nice, very round, roasted garlic flavor without a lot of the brightness and bite that you get it in the raw. But there is a place for the brightness and the that you get in the raw garlic in certain things I create. But in this, when you want that, I used this word last week. I'm going to use it again. when you want that unctuousness and depth in a dish, you roast that garlic. You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh man, yeah. You got to get the garlic. That's where that flavor comes through it, but it's not so strong. It doesn't hang on you too bad either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't ever mind being a little funky with garlic, man. As a matter of fact, I think I told y'all this last week. If I start feeling like I'm getting a little sick, I'll take a couple of little cloves of garlic, chop it up real small, put it on a spoon, chase it with some water, a little shot of apple cider vinegar. Y'all may not want to come around me, but guess who bounced back? See what I'm saying? No NyQuil for me. I'm getting that garlic. I'm getting that ginger, a little turmeric, you know what I mean? And a little shot of scotch. You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Who you kidding?
I'd be more of a cognac. Didn't you have some scotch up in here, man?
You brought some scotch in here. And
that was Scotch Guard, man. What are you talking about?
No, I think you said somebody had brought it over to your house the day before, and you brought it in, and we had a couple of drinks out of it. Remember we did a toast with David Dean with the Shakori Hills.
That's right. You know, I have my guys who, you know, we want to try and celebrate good things that happen. So good friends stopped by, and one brought a very nice rum from their travels. One brought a scotch, and one brought a tequila. And so I save those for special occasions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight's a special occasion. I like tequila.
Well, you know, at an undisclosed location the other day, I tried this white rice wine, something that was like a moonshine from China or Thailand or something. They talk about beer, wines, and spirits. I maybe had a tablespoon of this, and it was so strong that, you know, you have to be careful, because I was like, whoa.
Oh, I took a smell of that. I was up there, undisclosed location, that same day.
Yeah.
And, I said, no, thank you.
You know, they tell me, not here in North Carolina, but in other places that may sound like North Carolina, they make this stuff called White Lightning. They don't do that here in this area. And I hear, never actually tried, they make these White Lightning things like apple pie and whatnot. They go down real smooth and all that. You ever heard of those?
Oh, I have heard of them.
Yeah, it's mythical.
May have taken a little sip off of one of them.
Not in North Carolina, you did. Not in North Carolina, you did. That's illegal here.
Hey, and then you asked me, where should we go to dinner before we go see Charlie Hunter? And I think I found the answer to that, and that's the Pickle Jar, because he's got a roasted tomato skillet filet. You know, that sounds good.
Tomatoes, so that means the tomatoes are roasted in there.
And then he's throwing it in a skillet and hitting it hard. I would hope it would be cast iron. I believe so.
I would only assume that.
And with
it would be
rosemary,
unethical to do anything differently than a cast iron.
It would be. Have faith in Mario. So I
so.
think he's got the right one on there.
There you go.
And it's with rosemary, red potatoes, sautéed peppers, and fresh green salad.
Fresh is what's the word we say? Sibilance.
Sibilance.
Yeah, sibilance.
Similac.
Similac. Yes, say that right. Anyway, go ahead.
And he's got, and that's $26. That's a little on the high end.
Wait. What is that for $26?
A roasted tomato skillet filet with rosemary, red potatoes, sautéed peppers, and fresh green salad.
Yeah, you got to bring that right at $26.
Oh,
you can't go wrong with that.
Does the skillet, you get to keep the skillet?
Yeah, I was about to say, well, you know, that's one of my techniques is I stay in the appetizer realm when I go to a new restaurant. I'd rather order an array of appetizers to get a greater spectrum of what the chef is trying to say in his art form of the food, as opposed to you spend all your $26 on one entree, you're not happy with it, you're not happy, and I don't think that you may have gotten the best representation of what the chef is saying. So I will stay and play in the appetizer realm upon my first visit at a new restaurant. But that's me. That's my way, man. Are you on delay? There you go. Dead air, man.
Yeah, you know, I gotta keep up with what it sounds like on the other side.
Yeah,
too,
I'm
man.
listening.
I told you I'm working over here, man.
I'm glad someone is.
And then with Mario at the Pickle Jar, he's also got a cranberry and crumbled goat cheese with butter bib salad and confit carrots. Is that how you say that?
Confit. Confit. No tea.
Carrots topped with pan-seared salmon.
Nice.
So that sounds pretty good. And that's $22. So that's nice. And then he's got a pan-seared chicken. So he's doing a lot of pan-searing this weekend, man. So if you'd like to get that pan-sear on, you need to hit the pickle jar.
Yeah, and well, as the weather gets colder, what you gonna do with pan-sear? You know what I'm saying?
I know, right? And so he's got the pan-seared chicken Florentine with egg noodles and buttery croissant.
A croissant with confit.
And that char grilled pork chop with mushroom and brie sauce. Mushroom and brie. That has that sounded like a nice dank sweetness going on with that on a pork chop.
So what I'm thinking is that as we continue to do the show, we should have each restaurant bring a special by, and we taste on it. And I know what you said before.
Bring that skillet over here, and we'll taste it and tell everybody how good it is.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I think we should have them do that, where we will taste their specials on the air, and we'll share with the people how it is, and that'll be our give. Bring us the food, we'll eat it, and tell the people how it is. I think that's,
all right.
I think that's fair.
You just got to watch me on that microphone, man, because
I'm gonna get a screen.
No,
we eat during the music.
Okay.
Like, you take a bite and then come back and we review it, so you don't have that. Because that doesn't even sound. That's not. I'd rather have dead air. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody need to have no Pastor Wilson up in here.
And then the last thing on his special board is roasted vegetable ravioli with flaky croissant and farm fresh salad.
With flaky croissant.
So, man, I think I might hit the pickle jar tomorrow before I go to Charlie Hunter. So
that last one, what you're telling me is that they roast some vegetables and put inside a ravioli, and then there's a sauce that's on top of this ravioli.
Mm-hmm. Right, sounds good. You want me to describe the sauce to you?
Yeah. Just do the whole dish again, because that may be worth going to check out.
So it's a roasted vegetable ravioli.
I like roasting vegetables too, so that's a good thing. And then
I think that's the sauce on the top that's on there. What he's doing with the roasted vegetables.
So what's inside the ravioli then? I thought the roasted vegetables were inside.
Maybe you're right.
I think so, because then you're going to keep reading. I think that's the sauce that's going to be either sitting on or. But anyway, you go ahead.
We might have to try a little bit of it tomorrow to get a better
Can we
description.
get Mario on the phone right quick? And hey, text him. Hey, we can do things. Have him take a picture of that ravioli. I mean, they're right across the street. Have him bring one over right quick.
Just one ravioli.
Hey, yeah. I'd say two. I mean, dude, some of that sauce. On a plate, please.
And that's with flaky croissant and farm fresh salad.
He's like, dude, we've never sold a croissant. But at least they're flaky, though. So you get to say that before you say croissant.
Oh, yeah, man. I like a good croissant. You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid and I didn't have an experienced palate, oh, man, you couldn't pull me away from a Burger King croissant sandwich in the morning, man. With that plastic cheese.
Yeah, with that plastic cheese. That I think I saw someone do a video. It may have been CGI. And they were holding the cheese, and they were trying to light it, and it didn't melt.
That's not good.
I was like, don't eat that cheese.
You seen those like
that
videos?
Cheese will stay around for some years.
Oh yeah, you see those videos on YouTube where the people like let McDonald's sit out for like several months, and it like didn't have any mold on it and stuff. And that's kind of crazy.
There goes our McDonald's endorsement. Thanks,
And,
guys.
hey man, my son's 10, and John's like, I need some McDonald's. We had Postal Fish. He had McDonald's.
Did he at least get a fish fillet sandwich in that blue carton? Oh, do they still have the blue carton with the fish fillet?
I don't know, man. I don't know how many years it's been since I had a fish fillet.
If you are taking part in this live stream right now, if you can answer the question, if they still have that blue carton for the fish fillet, you get $5 in a coupon. If you actually have that fish fillet blue styrofoam thing right now, and you can take a picture of it and show it to us, but it has to be next to your face. It cannot be CGI. If you can pull one out right now and take a picture of that, you get $10 coupon. So let's see here. And yeah, just send it to our Facebook or wherever you're watching the stream. You send it to AaronToshTalk.com. If you have a fish fillet Or if you have a 1978 Big Mac styrofoam box right now, I'll give you $7.32.
The burger might still be in there and not be rotten.
The burger would still be in here. And I ate my fair share. So, you know my friend Derek, right?
Oh yeah.
We worked at McDonald's together back in our Baltimore days in high school. And Derek was very creative.
Is that where y'all met?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Baltimore. And Derek was very creative. I worked the register. He worked the grill. He has jokes about that. He's like, man, why they let you work the register? I had to work the grill, man. I was like, because I could say magnificent.
Who had the longer dreads at that time?
We both had short on the fade, and but yeah, this is high school.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But he like, hey man, on breaks we to get to take breaks, and he would get like the quarter meat from the thing, and he would do like 2 pieces of quarter meat. That's a quarter pound of cheese meat for you not in the industry, and put 2 slices of cheese on there, and he would drop a basket of the chicken nuggets. And melt the chicken nuggets on, but the cheese is burger, chicken nuggets, melted cheese, and barbecue sauce on a bun. I think we use the McDLT buns for
it. Man. Keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Yep. And boy, those were some good days. I would take the sundaes. You know, you'd be like, because I worked in the front, so I was in charge of making sundaes. So I would put the caramel on the bottom. The strawberry. I put caramel, ice cream, strawberry, ice cream, caramel, ice cream, chocolate, and then the peanuts on top, dude.
So we worked at Pizza Hut, man. Me and my best friend
my buddy
Mikey.
Scott worked at Pizza Hut,
and it was all experimental pies all the time. I don't like red sauce very much because it gives me heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take pineapple juice from the pineapple and get that on there real good and heavy, man. And then we would just start layering. But as an adult, it's like I just like everything kind of plain now. But back then, it was the more you could fit on there, the better the pizza was.
I worked at a Pizza Hut as well, and we were quite great. We also worked at a Rustler Steakhouse, and I worked at a Pargo's. I worked at a Bennigan's, and yes, I had flair on the suspenders. Yeah, man. And at the Bennigan's, they had brownie bottom sundaes with it, the hot brownie.
Oh yeah.
Scoop of ice cream and the fudge on that. Man, I ate so many of those, man. I enjoyed the working in the restaurants because of the food creation.
You worked at Bennigan's?
I worked at Bennigan's.
Never man, that's that Monte Cristo I used to do.
Oh, yeah, and they get a little side of jelly, and they put that confectionery sugar on there. Yeah, man, that was like the 80s, 90s, like your Friendlies, your Bennigan's, your TGI Fridays. They had a place around here called Daryl's. Do you remember? Were you around the Daryl's chain?
I don't think so. It sounds kind of familiar, but
if you were around during the Daryl's chain and you reply to this, you get $3.27 coupon. 2 Daryl's, which now no longer exist, but you can take it to Red Robin. Yeah, man.
So I think I got to hit the house pretty soon, man. Try to catch me some sleep so I can have some fun tomorrow.
Well, yeah. What are you doing tomorrow, man?
I'm going to see Charlie Hunter, man. You ain't coming with me at Odco? Y'all come out, man. That's going to be a good show. Make sure you buy the tickets. And the link is in the comments section. Mr. Brian Taylor put that up for us. So thank you, Brian.
There you go. And so, yeah, that's what we got. Hey, guys, share the stream. If you like what you're hearing, let us know. Let us know what else you'd like us to talk about and cover. And always, if you see something positive happening, know about some positive music and some positive people, things happening, let us know. So we're going to go out with my guys from, this is produced and mixed, mastered by my man Peanut Chris Whitley of Stable Roots Production, and this is our guys Side of the Road from the Sunsetters. Hey y'all, we appreciate you. Get in where you fit in and go out and eat some food and make some music and make some art and love somebody and be good to one another, because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. So here, check this music. All right,
check out the sound, check out the sound. This is a crucial sound, I say. This one going out for the people on the streets struggling on the side of the road. The side of the road, searching for a way, I say, to get through another day on the side of the road. The side of the road, and the shoes not fit their feet. Too many people can't go on, so when I'm tired, they finally take a seat on the side of the road. The side of the road. Searching for a way, I say, to get through just one more day, right by the side of the road. On the side of the road. Searching for a way, I say, to get through. Gotta find a way. God, some people having problems on these streets, I'm telling you, the look upon their face filled with much defeat. Lord, don't know how things can get this way. Don't know who really cares, nah. But one thing that I know for sure, a man should never have to beg for bread on the side of the road. Right by the side of the road. Searching for a way, I say, to get through just one more day on the side of the road. When the weather getting cold, I'm searching for a way, I say. Hey, well, I've seen brother turn to brother and beg a brother, can you help with something, please, Lord? And I've seen brother turn from brother. Him left his brother begging right up on his knees, hey, right by the side. The side of the road, right by the side of the road. Got to find a way to get through this one more day. The side of the road, the situation, oh Lord, the people searching for a way, I say. So what you gonna do? Hey, say give a little.